As fall begins and winter is upon us, I have been noticing a lot more questions from pet owners about how to tell if their pet is sick. So I decided to make this video on the signs to look for when your cat is sick and what you can do about that. Cats naturally sleep a lot, a majority of the day, so it can be really difficult to tell when they're not feeling themselves. When they're sick, they might sleep a little bit more than normal, but it's hard as a pet owner to tell the difference between sleeping 15 or 16 hours a day and sleeping 18 or 20 hours a day. So it's something that is difficult to tell, but there are signs that you can look for. A big one in cats is a sudden change in mood, especially their socialization. So if you have a cat that's typically very social and likes to be around people, and all of a sudden they're kind of keeping to themselves, hiding a lot, or the opposite, if you have a shy cat and you notice them coming out more and trying to get more attention, that mood change can be a sign that they're not feeling themselves. No inclination to play or appearing lethargic. So again, you know, cats do sleep a lot and it can be hard to tell if your cat's sleeping a few extra hours a day. But when they're awake, if they just seem a little bit lethargic, slow, run down, if your cat is a player, typically once in a while you can play with them, or they play with other pets in your home and you're not noticing that, that can be a sign that they're sick. Looking at your cat's eyes, if their pupils look different, if they're constricted or they're dilated more than normal, that can be a sign that they're not feeling well. If they're more vocal or less vocal than normal, this kind of goes with the behavior. If you have a cat that's typically more vocal and they're not, or you have a cat that's usually very quiet and now all of a sudden they're vocal all the time, that's an indication that you should be paying attention to. Check out their breathing, rapid breathing or really slow, shallow breaths, shortness of breath, big breaths in all the time, trying to kind of catch their breath. Those are signs that something's wrong. Cats are very prone to respiratory diseases and infections, especially if you have a cat that uses a litter box and breathes in that dust. Respiratory issues are common in cats, so breathing is something to watch very closely. Noticeable weight loss or gain, same thing with appetite. Your cat's eating more or eating less, and drinking as well. Drinking a lot more, drinking a lot less. Those are signs that something's wrong. Along with that, vomiting or diarrhea. If you notice that, if there is issues like blood in the vomit, blood or mucus in the stool, those are things that you should not wait. You need to be contacting your veterinarian immediately. There is something wrong with your cat. Changes in litter box usage. So look again in the litter box if your cat's going more frequently, if the clumps of urine are, you know, really tiny and small and they're going frequently but they're very small. If there's any blood or mucus in the stool, these are things that can be signs of major problems, really serious health conditions. So you want to have that stuff looked at quickly. And then urinating or defecating in strange places as well. Sometimes when cats aren't feeling the greatest, they may go to the bathroom in your tub, on rugs, or in hidden areas like behind a couch or something like that. They may go to the bathroom in different areas if they're not feeling themselves. So watch closely. If just one mild symptom, if you notice, for example, you know, your cat's a little more tired than normal, or you know, your cat's not eating as much as normal. Watch your pet closely. If one symptom, and it's a mild symptom, occurs, for example, if your cat seems a little bit more tired than normal, or they seem to be eating a little bit or more or a little bit less than normal, just keep a really close watch on your pet. It may just be a fluke, but if you notice more than one symptom or the change in behavior seems sudden or drastic, again, if you notice a more serious symptom like lots of vomiting, lots of diarrhea, blood in the vomit or the diarrhea, mucousy stool, something like that that's more serious, that's when you need to reach out to your veterinarian. If you notice that your cat is kind of lethargic and they've had a change in appetite, you know, these are things when combined together, it is a sign that something is wrong, and you should definitely seek veterinary care for your cat as quickly as possible. The faster you can treat most problems, the better the outcome is for your cat long term. So it's a really best if you're a little bit wary and you're not really sure what's going on, just reach out to your veterinarian for a quick consult.